concealment and AA. You don't care about AA if you have a torpedo powerhouse Akatsuki. So this leaves you into the Mutsuki, because in tier 3 carriers it's fun to shred them. Like you can spec in torpedoes in a tier 3, but in tier 3 you have so many various situations where you can torp them anyway. You can spec it into anti-AA on a Mutsuki. Yet on a Akatsuki, Kitakaze and Haragumo, when torpedoes are really not, you can have a fun using AA. But here is the point. The guns are small. All 3 ships have small guns, tiny guns, so you get my point. You have a Akizuki that has, what is it? 100mm guns, not 130 like Russians, not 120, not 113 like a Daring, 100. And what happens with shells when you shoot with these small guns on a cruiser and when you shoot in, so there's like six dimensions different. When you are long range, which is 11 kilometers with these destroyers, you're shooting on superstructure, everything length of superstructure. When you have a AP, it shatters. When you have a HE, it breaks. And the thing about this game, it doesn't set fire when the HE breaks. Which means that with these guns, you won't set the fires. And you won't cause any damage on a long range. So how do you improve it? I improve it by spec it into the HE starting fire chance, which works. And then it's fun. On long range. Or you can spec it by using Evil Spark. Evil Spark works. You can see that you are starting to see a you are starting to see the damage numbers popping up with this. So you are causing damage. Same thing is for cruisers. You're shooting cruisers, you see you're causing damage. So there's this frustration when you play these Akizuki, Kitakaze, that you are shooting it and it shatters. Haragumo. So you put this on and you feel like, oh, at least I do something. You know, I'm causing some damage. Now, the thing is, you're not putting any fire on. So this Evil Spark for long range, it's for close range. And what it does on a close range, which is 5 kilometers and less, you can shoot anywhere on the ship and start fire. You can shoot anywhere on the ship and the fire chance is low, but you can start anywhere on the ship and cause damage. You can shoot on a below, under the belt of Baltimore for 5 kilometers. Anywhere it will cause damage because of this. With this ship, which is kind of fun. If you are playing these destroyers, Akizuki, and Kitakaze no Haragumo on close range, often, and you feel like, oh, everything shatters, I can't do anything, AP, they're angling to me, I can't use AP, HE does nothing, they kill me, what am I supposed to do? With this thing, you are not frustrated, you don't have to panic, you cause damage. Now, I speak about the Commander Yukikaze, is it? About AA. Let's look at this thing again. So this is the concern about these ships. Kitakaze also has improved penetration armor. Improved penetration value for the shells against the armor. Haragumo will be having as well. Still, it's a small guns. And small guns will shatter. So if you want to be starting fires with destroyer, which is kind of the point, on a long range, you will not do it with Kurita, and you will not do it with this commander I'm talking about. Where's the store? Am I in wrong place? Here's the store. Azur Lane Commanders. Come on. You put on evil sparks because you wanna for a close range and which will give you reduced damage, and the reduction of the damage is apparent. I was testing it. I took it both with and without. It took me 65% less time to take down a destroyer without having evil spark. I tested it 4 times. Same impression, just the bar on the destroyer, red destroyer that you're shooting at with this perk on just doesn't go down. It feels like it just takes time. So you are going to use this thing for AA and make it an AA monster. You can increase this, but this will take you concealment. So most of the people, for health emotional reasons, will be probably using. You don't have a sonar, and you don't want to be using. You will be using double inspiration in order to make this work. Or you can use other inspirations. What other inspirations you can put on Akizuki, Kitakaze, and Haragumo when you don't choose Togo as a commander for fire setting chance, and you will use this Yukikaze for AA chance and having evil spark on? There is nothing. You can even more spec it by using the Conrad or the Japanese carrier commander, even more enhanced, and then you will spec it into the concealment. Or you can spec into the HP by putting Sims on. But this concealment will be what you put on. Here it doesn't really matter. Whatever you like more. And you put AA here. Because you want to see the difference. You don't want to be like, oh, I will put a reload and damage on this, and other half of the perks will be AA. You want to put full AA to see the difference. Like how much AA increase? Let's go this way. Freeze when the same carrier comes. I remember came on me. I was in Friesland. I took 3 airplanes down until it passed me. Just passing me. With where I used no AA mode on Friesland, it was 2. If you use, what is this thing's name? Akizuki, and you put no AA on it, just let it be, you maybe take 1. With this, you might take 4. Maybe you will definitely take 3, as much as Friesland. And that's the point. You want to see the effect on the screen. You see those planes popping. You want to have the experience of saying, oh, I'm taking down those airplanes. Okay. A little longer because I'm destroyer player. I was thinking about Yukikaze. I need a few seconds to think for myself. Oh, I need this. I like fire setting chance on my Akizuki. That's why. Aurora. I'm not taking Kaze. Here's the shell switch. 20%. That's what the Dunkirk does. Like 20%. Come on. 95, and I'm still considering to not get it. Dunkirk. Why? I don't know. I don't have French battleship. I don't enjoy them. So here is. If I get Jean Bart, I will be getting Dunkirk. But here is the thing. We have shell damage, 10%, but you don't have a shell grouping, which means that on Russian battleships, you can shoot broadside ships on a distance and hit Citadel. It will be much reduced because they already reduced 1.5 Sigma Sinop, 1.7 Vladivostok, and now you have half Sigma down with this. Yes, and you have no accuracy cannoneer here, which is another Sigma down. And you don't have even dispersion on this thing, which is like shooting bow tanks. So this thing is becoming completely, again, go very close range. This is pointless if you don't have accuracy. So you'll put into the HE star. AA, surprisingly, it's okay on the Vladivostok. But you put this on. Then you put, but probably HE, another HE. Then you put this perk to put HE damage, plus 10, and then you put Well, obviously, we'll try as much as you can to make shell grouping. You put it there. It's weird that they didn't put cannoneer because they didn't want to increase your fire setting chance because they're very sensitive Russian battleships for being set on fire. And armor penetration of your cruiser. Oh, this is a cruiser commander? Okay, sorry. Cruiser. Oh, alrighty. Cruiser. Forget everything I said about this commander. Cruiser doesn't need shell grouping because you will not be hitting citadels from a long range. So you need just dispersion because you'll be shooting a lot of, most of the times, bow tanking. So you don't have, they already have a good dispersion, and this is the dispersion standard for cruisers. This will set you more fire setting chance. This is what cruiser is for. It's perfect for cruiser. Or you can just put this one to make a longer. Range is also important on cruiser, so I would put range. And here, damage more, which is you shoot HE all the time, and armor penetration of the HE shell is probably useless because you want to set fires on a long distance and cause HE damage. This is taking it away, so you will get this. So here it gives you 10% more damage of HE. It's awesome. Shell grouping is on cruiser okay if it's reduced, and this thing is useless. So this is a good commander, and then you put inspirations on. This is a good commander if you, for Chapayev, Al Chapayev, Shores, Budioni. This thing is better than the stock one. Improves it, makes it better. It makes you to cause more damage. You will feel like you cause more damage. Alrighty, what do we have here? Firing range is important. If you think about Rochester, it's already having 6 kilometers base. This will give you 10 plus. Then you get another 5 here. So it's very good one. Range, something that makes you buy it. HE fire chance, you can reduce range and put it into the HE spamming fire setting Rochester. Same for Cleveland, but Cleveland needs range. But this option of this, whether this or this one, is everywhere in all commanders. So you put this one on range. Then you have shell grouping, which is not important, but dispersion incoming means that when you bow tank, all these perks that other ship have will be reduced for them. So this is good if you're bow tanking, which happens a lot of time. So it's very important. It will create psychological effect on other people. Another dispersion for you, great, and heal. So this is a better commander. Let's see if it's better than the stock one, because Norman Scott is one of the best stock commanders. So Norman Scott is getting you shell grouping, which is good for that you hit one more. You hit 3 citadels, not 2, when you are close range cruiser. That's what it is. It's about what you prefer. If you don't happen to be in a situation when you are 10 kilometers and less, and you have a cruiser that is broadside to you, and you want to hit more citadels, if you don't mind, if what I just said doesn't really feel anything exciting for you, you don't need Norman Scott. This thing is good when you are close to the battleship, right next to it, and you are fighting for the death, and you want to citadel them. Iowa, in Cleveland, with this, you go there. Or Baltimore, sorry. Baltimore, Iowa, next to you, boom, boom, citadel. And range. So it's exactly the same thing. So exactly, it's about the situations. If you want to have super powerful Cleveland AA with and Rochester, and you don't mind having less citadels on broadside cruisers on close